They say bad things happen in threes. This week was one of those interesting weeks where just things kept happening. But I made my way through it, and everything worked out in the end. We had a storm roll in, and it rained most of the night. And this is what I found in the morning. The awning did not make it through the night last night, and unfortunately it tore right here, so it's history. The bars have been broken for a while, but I tried to repair them, so that's what you get. See that bee right there? He went into this NA beer and he stung me right on the lip when I was drinking it. Oh my goodness. I got a new headlight for the bus. I just took the outer cover. This cover sits on there like that. All right, and this comes off, and then all I gotta do now is get the wires off the back here, and we're in business. And there's 3 pegs. The single ones going to the top. All right, and the light bulb has a little plastic protector on it right there, and then single one to the top. Oh boy, I missed. I don't know if you could see that or not, but there's a little peg sticking out on these guys, and that's blocking it from plugging in. And I'm sure that's to help it stay in once you get it in, but boy, it's hard to plug it in. Okay, simple project done. All right, so I waited all week for the gray water tank to show up, and it finally showed up. We had to drive out to the road to meet the FedEx driver because his truck broke down. So anyway, I got the tank and I got it strapped up here with ratchet straps, and the all thread is just hanging down right now. It's hooked on the top. And so I'm doing a little bit of plumbing, getting this set up so that it can drain out, and kind of having to fight the exhaust right here because it's a little close to the tank. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to have to build some sort of like a metal shield or something. Yep. It's one thing after another, and then this is going to be capped off. This one I'm not using because this is just a gray water tank underneath the bus. So I'm going to have a breather hose on the top corner. I don't know if you could see that hose coming out of there. That's the breather hose. Then this is going to be the input for the, let's see if I can get that up there. Right up in there. That's going to be the input for the gray water to go in, and then this bottom one is going to be the drain right there, that one. And I've made this piece here to use as a drain, but when I put that on there, unfortunately it hits the exhaust, so we got a little bit of trouble, but nothing we can't get past. I'll figure it out. This is the drain coming out for if I just need to let fresh water out. That one's here, and it's close to there too, but I'm going to cut it off and put a 90 on there. So just a little bit of logistics. I don't know. I might have to flip the tank all the way around and make a longer fill hose. I think that might be the best way to avoid all the heat coming off the exhaust. So if I just take this stuff and put it on the back side of the tank over there, then it just means another 4 or 5 feet of hose to get to the tank to let the water go in. So we'll see how it plays out. This is normally would be the city water fill up, so I've got it corked. Then this is going to be the gray water fill, so the gray water hose is going to go on there. This is going to be the breather hose right there, and I've got a ball valve. This is an 1.5-inch ball valve, and this is just set up to be able to drain the tank, and that'll have a hose going off of it, so when I pull up to a station to drain it, I'll be able to use that. And maybe this is a good time to remind you that I am not a plumber. So do not do what I'm doing. It's, you know, I'm just feeling my way through this plumbing thing one day at a time. Okay. Now this 1.25-inch tubing is what I'm going to use for the drain here. So that'll go on there. The ball valve will open up, let the tank drain out to whatever sewer I pull up to. Alrighty, so this is the drain. I got that one corked off for now. That is the shore water fill up. This is a gray tank, so it doesn't need the shore water fill up. I'm going to use the gravity feed to run water into it if I need to flush it. I may hook that up later if I find a need for that going in. The 1/2-inch breather hose is going to go up, and outside over there, there is a little filter wire mesh thing that it plugs into. So you can see that hose going like that right there. And then right there will be the gray water fill up. So all my gray water from the shower and the sink is going to go there in that 1.5-inch hose. And right now what I'm doing, sorry, I'm under the bus. Right now what I'm doing is running that 1.5-inch hose is coming out and going into the drain here. For my camp hosting job, I have a sewer. But when I'm on the road, that'll be going into the gray water tank. And I have another 1.5-inch hose here. And this 1.5-inch hose is going to be what I use to go to that sewer. I'm sorry, 1.25 inch. All right, that's it for the gray tank this week. I've got that hanging up under there. I've got a few more things I'm going to do to it. It's going to be held up by the unistrut and the all thread. I am also adding a skid plate to the bottom of it so that if I hit anything, a low driveway or something, it'll just bounce off and hopefully not break the tank, because those things aren't cheap. Yeah, so that's it for that project. After everything going on this week, I found some time for fun. Alright, that's it for this week's episode. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe right up over here. I drop new videos every Sunday, so please follow along. And we'll see you next week.